And it looks like I'm live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Doc Spock Radio, which this is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman. And I'll be coming at you today with a few different topics, like the title said. We're going to talk about a video I did earlier this week, which none of y'all watched. It's all good, but I still wanted to talk about it because I think it has some important points to go along with it. Marijuana, the pros and cons with marijuana. We're going to get right into this one. I'm going to actually play the sound of the video, so hopefully you guys hear me okay when you guys do get in here. Maybe I should wait a second before I get into all that. Maybe I talk a little NBA, even though I haven't watched a whole lot of the NBA draft. But there's no surprise the Dallas Mavericks picked Cooper Flag #1 overall. Not a surprising pick at all. And it's rare that teams that good end up with players that good in the NBA draft. But somehow Dallas ends up with the #1 overall pick. And a lot of people believe they used it well because he was pretty much the consistent #1. 6'10", can shoot the blood out the ball, can rebound. He can take the ball off the backboard and start to break for you. A good passer. I'll probably have to get a little bit stronger because I believe he is only 18 years old or 19. Because there were stories that he left high school a year early, so he might just be 18 years old. So he's gonna have to get some of that grown man strength in him, but he's gonna be playing the 3 or the 4 really. So he might be strong enough, especially to play the 3 in the NBA right now. But he's very versatile, can play multiple positions, 3, 4, and if you have to, as he develops, you can play him at the 5. Like I said, they're very skilled. They got a nice player there to go along with Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. They get, a nice young player to go along with those two veterans. Hopefully Kyrie, when he gets healthy, hopefully he's the same because he'll be good to go along with that young player. He's in a very good position because he's going to a good team where he doesn't have to be the man right away. They got Anthony Davis there. See, the problem with that team is they don't stay healthy. And that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. They don't stay healthy. Kyrie's a little older and gets hurt. Anthony Davis has a track record of being injured. But, they have all 3 of those guys. And they got Klay Thompson, who is still, he ain't what he was, but, that's still a nice veteran who can still score and defend a little bit. So all the pressure won't be as much on Cooper Flag. So he have time to develop with those veterans. And that Dallas team is actually close to really contending. All they really got to do is stay healthy because that team actually does have some talent. But I think we're going to get into what the video was entitled. We're going to get into my video, Cannabis in 2025, the benefits, the risk, and the legal status. So let me go ahead and start that now. Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman, and we're going to get into the cannabis industry as far as some of the health benefits you can get from cannabis. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Some of the things that cannabis might be toward your detriment, I guess. So let's to your detriment. We're going to get into the legalization and everything about cannabis in this video right now.
All right, let's talk about cannabis in 2025. You might have heard it's basically legal everywhere now. But is that really true? Let's break down exactly where it stands, what it can do for your health, and what you should watch out for. First, the legal map. As of mid-2025, recreational cannabis is legal in 24 states plus Washington, D.C. That's nearly half of all U.S. states. Medical cannabis?
No, sir. Well, I guess he said nearly. He didn't say half. That is nearly half. Because 25 would be half. I'm getting ready to correct the AI dude. One thing you do need to know is even though it might be legal in your state, it is still federally illegal. So if you got pounds of that shit and the FBI knock down your door for whatever reason, it's federally illegal. So you could face a federal charge for it, if they even bother with marijuana anymore, because it's being illegal in so many different places, but still in the United States, it's still federally illegal.
Even bigger, 39 to 40 states and DC have some kind of medical program, depending on who's counting. And the list is still growing. States like Iowa, Texas, and Virginia are actively debating legalization as we speak. So if you're considering cannabis, always double check what's actually legal where you live. The rules can change fast. Now, what about the health side? Cannabis isn't just about getting high. There are some well-documented medical benefits. For starters, it's pretty effective at relieving chronic pain, especially for conditions like multiple sclerosis or pain after chemo. If you
So the chronic can help you get rid of chronic pain, and there are a lot of people in this country, as far as the United States, living in constant pain, whether it be former construction workers, professional athletes, people who have been in car accidents or accidents at wherever they may work, are living with a lot of pain, and a lot of people choose to use recreational or medical marijuana for those, or medical cannabis, I should say, for those issues.
you're dealing with nausea from chemotherapy, cannabis can help.
I know a few young people with MS, and a couple of them do use recreational marijuana, and I believe it does help them. Um, Whether they know it's helping them or not, the struggles people go through with MS, it can be very debilitating. And some of the symptoms you have, especially to go through it as a young person, it can be unbelievable. Man, we'll get back to the video. Of course, I lost it. There we
Help
go.
there too. And it's known to boost appetite for folks who really need it. Some people find low doses can ease anxiety,
I
like
don't
those
need it.
pre-speech jitters. CBD, one of the non-psychoactive compounds, can even help control seizures in severe childhood epilepsy. And get this, in places where cannabis is legal, doctors are writing fewer opioid prescriptions, which suggests cannabis might have a role in harm reduction. Some early studies show anti-inflammatory effects, and CBD might help with blood pressure too. But let's be real, there are risks. Regular cannabis use, especially if you start young.
Before we get into the risk, I didn't know it was good for your blood pressure. No, I'm not really a cannabis user like that. I will use once in a while. I have. The fact that my Pistons didn't have a first round draft pick right now had me stressed out enough to want to blaze, okay? I get anxious too, and I have high blood pressure. Another excuse. Probably in a couple of years or whatever, but I do have high blood pressure. I do. I'll be coming to work all happy and shit. People be like, "What's going on with you?"
Is linked to memory issues, lower IQ, and even higher risk of dependency.
Oh.
Around 1 in 5 regular users develop what's called cannabis use disorder. There's also a real mental health risk. Heavy or frequent use can trigger anxiety, depression, or even psychosis, especially if you're already predisposed. And for your body, cannabis users have a higher risk of heart
so it
attack
can
and stroke,
treat your anxiety or
almost
make
30%
it
more for
worse.
heart attacks and 20% for strokes.
Whoa.
Smoking it isn't harmless either. It raises your risk for chronic bronchitis, and vaping has caused lung injuries in some cases. Chronic heavy use can cause a nasty condition called cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. basically severe vomiting that sometimes lands people in the ER. It can even mess with male fertility and cause developmental issues if used during pregnancy. So where does all this leave us?
See, I know people say it's harmless, but it raises your risk of heart attack. And if you use it too much, people use it for their anxiety, it can make it worse. That's very interesting. Now, I'm doing this really to educate, because there's two sides to every story. The stoners say it's completely harmless. My child is here. Some people say, wait a minute, too much of anything could be harmful.
Cannabis is legal in more places than ever, and it clearly has some medical upsides. But it's not risk-free, especially for young people or those with health issues.
All right.
The bottom line, know your state's laws, talk to your doctor before trying it for health reasons, and always weigh the potential benefits against the risks. If you want to stay up to date, check out resources like cannabisbusinesstimes.com or your state's official websites. And if you've got thoughts or questions, drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and stay informed.
Yes, thank you for checking this video out. None of you niggas watch this shit. Share, subscribe, and yeah, let's have a discussion about this. What are some of your guys' input on the use of marijuana? Do the risk outweigh the reward, or do the reward outweigh the risk? Either way. I want to really have a discussion about this. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Comment, like, share, and subscribe right here. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, and I am out for now. Cool. Now, the video explained that it may worsen your anxiety as well, and even cause psychosis if you can literally smoke yourself fucking crazy. But I wanted to talk about it because too much of anything is bad for you. Says marijuana can mess with the fertility if you're a male. Well, anything can mess with your fertility if you're a male. It's like balls are sensitive now. Yes. You gotta take care of your balls now. But seriously, it also, I'm still tripping on how people use it for anxiety, but if they overuse it, it can make it worse. Now, they've always said a lot of potheads be real paranoid and just looking everywhere. You ever the shit, they be, just tripping. But I know I know a pothead with a gang of kids though, so it ain't fucking with his fertility. Yeah, I smoke some, so I don't have to have no babies with none of these chicks. I'm tired of child support. God damn it. But anyway, I also want to get into another video I did, which y'all ain't watch either, but I thought was a pretty good video on Juneteenth. I want to talk about Juneteenth just a little bit. And the video is called The Journey of Freedom, Understanding Juneteenth. Y'all go ahead, go over there and check it out. I'll probably add a link after the live stream to the description to both of these videos. If y'all watch this video, for you to go and check it out and let me know what you think about it. And if there are any other topics that you guys would like for me to discuss or dive into, just hit me up. Leave a comment in the comment section and I'll look into whatever. I'm a studier, and I love to learn. So let's get into this. The Journey of Freedom, Understanding Juneteenth. I did this video about a week ago. I probably did it longer than that. No, I had to do it about a week ago because that's what Juneteenth was. All right. What's going on, everybody? And happy Juneteenth. I wanted to talk a little bit about Juneteenth. Today is one of the newest federal holidays we have in this country, and I wanted to speak briefly on the importance of it and why it is celebrated, just in case people don't really know what Juneteenth really is. So we'll get right to it. Come on, AI partner.
Word Juneteenth, but do you know what it really means? Let's break down the history of the celebration and the impact right now. On June 19th, 1865, Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas with life-changing news slavery had ended. Even though President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation 2 years earlier in 1863, the message and the freedom took its sweet time reaching every corner of the country.
Yeah, see, that's kind of... So in Texas, I believe y'all really owe reparations because y'all slick asses kept slaves 2 years after the shit was illegal. You slick Texas motherfuckers. They're celebrating not really the Emancipation Proclamation, but that the news finally got down to Texas, down there in Galveston, that you can't have slaves no more. You have to free them. They've been free for 2 years now. So you have to let them go. You got to let us go. I know we are great people and you want to keep a hold of us, but we got to be let go.
For the 250,000 enslaved black people in Texas that day was everything. It meant the promise of freedom was finally real. And that's why Juneteenth, also known as Emancipation Day, is so powerful. It's more than just a date, it's a symbol of resilience, community, and hope. Today, Juneteenth is honored across the nation with parades, music, BBQs, and laughter. You'll see people rocking red, eating traditional foods, and celebrating black culture and achievements. It's a time to remember the past, but also to recognize how far we've come and how much farther we have to go. Most importantly, Juneteenth is about joy in freedom, joy in family, and joy in black excellence.
And more joy, because we're free and we've done a lot for this country. We helped build the wealth. The wealth of this country was basically built off of black people's backs. Mm-hmm. So this is another reason why... For free. All you had to do is basically keep a slave alive. You didn't have to give him no money for all the work he was doing. And then you give him basically the garbage food, which we still eat today. Give him the pig intestines. Let him eat the hog's balls. Let them eat a pig's feet or tail. Got some oxes. Let them eat their oxtails are delicious. Oxtails are delicious. I eat very little red meat now, but them goddamn oxtails. I ain't had no oxtails in a while, though. I've been pretty good. I even went to when I went out of town. Not too long ago, just getting back from Vegas, and I didn't even really cheat. I cheated my last day and I had a bland ass mushroom Swiss burger. I should have had a fucking steak while I was out there. If you gonna cheat, cheat. You know what I'm saying? You got, I don't know, you got Beyonce at home, but you cheating on her with Oprah. What kind of sense did that make? What did Eddie Griffin say? You don't fuck down, you fuck up. If you gonna fuck up, fuck up. So let's get back to Juneteenth. We celebrate Juneteenth, and I hope you celebrate it too, because it is a part of your history as well. Even if you're not black, we help, in my opinion, just my opinion, put this whole country together and add a little bit of our own flavor to it. We are part of what makes America great.
It's a day for everyone to come together, learn, reflect, and lift each other up. So next time you see the celebrations, know this. Juneteenth isn't just Black history. It's American history. Mm-hmm. And it's a story worth celebrating together.
Okay, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about that video. I wish it was people in here so we can actually have a discussion about it. But this is really only my second live, and hopefully, soon I have enough followers to, come in here and check me out on my YouTube lives. I was trying to go live on Instagram at the same time, but it ain't work out. Um, Especially because I wanted to play these videos. I could have went live on Instagram on my phone, which people might have came in, and I could have had guests come and speak to me off of my Instagram, and we could have kept this conversation up and kept it a little bit longer. But maybe we can review another video. Um, let's see. Oh, this is another video that I'm just gonna do videos that not a whole lot of people watched because I feel like it be messages in some of these videos, and there's lessons in a lot of these videos. So this is about this video is entitled "Dating App Ipe." That damn Waterford GED. I actually graduated on time by the grace of God. That Waterford my high school is, yes, didn't serve me all that well, but they let me graduate. So I can't even read the shit that I wrote. This is my damn title. The video is called Dating App Nightmare, Robbed and Scammed. We're going to get into this video, and hopefully I'll be teaching you guys or making you guys just more aware about some of the dangers you have when it comes to online dating or just dating, period. Play that shit. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sports Doctor Scott. This was an actual news story. Los Angeles, California. A lot of LA people live in LA. And there'll be a lot of people that you might want to date in Los Angeles because everybody there is great looking, or there's a abundance of good looking people there, like I just said before. So you might even, maybe you don't have time to go out, so you try dating apps. But then some shit like this happens. Let's check it out. He thought he was meeting a woman for a first date after an online connection, but it turned out to be a setup instead. He was ambushed, shot at, and robbed. That's when the victim fled and the attackers stole his car and his cash.
Rick Chambers is live in MacArthur Park with details on the dating app ambush and the suspect. I'm sorry, y'all. I messed up the name of the video. The name of the video, I read the thumbnail, but the name of the video is MacArthur Park Setup. Man robbed a car torched after dating app meetup. Police are looking for Rick. Did y'all see them titties? She might have got me too, goddamn. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all, but her chest was kind of all the way out. I apologize for the rudeness. I was really just being silly and serious at the same time because this girl's cow udders were all the way out.
It's Rampart Gang.
She might have got me.
Have been working this case for about 3 weeks now, and they're looking for 2 couples who have been targeting online daters. These are the 4 robbery suspects that police are looking for. And this woman in particular, they say, lured our victim off an online dating
Then they put a close-up on them. Y'all watch this video.
The victim to drive to a secluded area in our Rampart area.
That's a huge mistake. Mm-hmm. You want to meet people in well-lit areas, especially when you... If you didn't hear that, the news reporter said that the girl wanted to meet him. He was at the meeting spot, but she wanted him to come into this darker, more secluded area. He just met this chick. See, dudes, we got to be careful too, because a lot of these setup girls is out here. They out here. It's a scary thing to kind of meet new people now and start dating new people. But it ain't gonna stop us because we all like pussy. And we all will continue to search out that pussy, even if it puts us in a little bit of danger sometimes. But I'm trying to make it where you can seek out that good loving and not be in any danger. Because this was too fucked up. Let's first meeting them for the first time. Now, fellas, I know we ain't really scared of these women like that out there, but you don't know who they got with them. So when you, especially blind dates, because you don't really know them. You don't really know if the person you talking to on the computer even show up. It might be somebody else. Mm-hmm. So you want to meet them in as well lit of an area as possible. Go ahead.
This is that street near downtown, and they weren't there very long when
two additional suspects came over, and one of the male suspects had opened the door of the victim's vehicle. He pointed a gun at him, demanded his property.
They also demanded at gunpoint that the victim unlock his phone and hand over his passwords.
Throughout the night,
Damn.
The same night, what they did was they actually made various transfers. They bought many things that totaled about $20,000.
Damn, they got all this dude.
Actually, Daniel Contreras lives nearby and says he'll make some adjustments now to his routine.
Maybe just aware on the online situation, and to be more aware and the lookout.
And detectives say that the robbery at gunpoint wasn't the end to our victim's nightmare.
The male suspects actually shot.
Before we get into that, I don't know if we got into it, but you want to meet in a well-lit public place if this is somebody you don't really know. Try to fill them out. Or you might have to do like show up at the spot a little bit early, check out the spot, maybe look around, make sure ain't nobody plotting on you. If you see something suspicious and you hear them say something like meet me over here when you already at the meeting spot, that's an automatic no. I'm already here, boo. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Come on in so we can do what we got to do. If you ain't a setup. See, that's what I be thinking. Like,
wait, if you.
I remember a couple days ago, and if you know me, you know that I ultimately am. I'm a gentleman. Like I really am. But anyway, this young lady asked me, and she was walking, and she wasn't far from where she wanted to go. And she asked me, can I take her there? I was like, well, it's just around the corner. No, I'm not taking you there. Reason being is because that's how you get set up. Did I want to take her? Yeah. I'm a gentleman. I'm a very nice guy. If you know me, a very nice guy. I wanted to take her, but I couldn't because I don't trust people I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, I just don't. So I couldn't. I couldn't even do the gentlemanly thing and run her around the corner right quick. But it sounds fishy to me because I told you exactly where to go and it wasn't far. And she probably was just tired of walking. If she was honest about it, and it wasn't a setup, was probably just tired of walking. But I didn't want to risk giving her the benefit of the doubt. But let's get back into this.
Shot towards the victim who was seated in his vehicle. The victim in fear actually fled the location and left his vehicle back there.
The robbers came back 3 hours later and stole the man's car, dumping it 7 miles away in this alley, just off 56th and Central, and then set it on fire. At this point, police have these photos to work with, but no arrest yet. As is often the case in these types of crimes, police are asking...
$20,000 to just go and they destroy this car. Wow. I'll say it one more time. When you first meet people, men and women, maybe you should meet these online folks in the daytime. Because you don't know who she bringing with her. You don't know who he bringing with him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's happening. See, ladies, this is one reason why guys don't really take women on dates like that anymore. This is one reason. Yeah, kind of. Try to meet them online. It's certain ways it has to be done. Well-lit areas, with a lot of people, you know. And then, well, that's really just an excuse about not taking girls out on dates. We don't really do it because we don't really have to. We can just go to your house, or you can just come to our house, and we can pretty much just get what we need. But one reason, sort of, is because it is. I had to kind of disagree with myself a little bit. Is because it ain't safe. But if she is set up, she set you up at your crib too, or wherever y'all be at. You know I'll be a setup. So now it's just pretty much making a small excuse with that one. You know, say the day goes real well. You want to actually go home with the person, and then they set you up to rob you. It's wild dating out here. Y'all be careful out here for real.
Mm-hmm. Anyone with information to come forward, and especially if you've been a victim to this type of crime. In MacArthur Park, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, I'll throw it back to you in Hollywood.
All right, y'all. This is the Sports Doctor Spox. That was news out of L.A. I just want everybody out here to be careful. You know, I know online dating is really the main way people meet people nowadays. And the dating world is really a scary thing right now. So I just want everybody to be careful. Be very aware of your surroundings. Don't meet nobody in no secluded alley. Nobody in a secluded alley, especially you don't know them. Why we gotta be in a secluded alley? I would have been like, you don't even know me. You don't know if I'm wild and crazy and what I want from you. You trying to meet in this dark ass area? No. You know. I might have just pulled off as soon as I seen it was a dark area. I might have just left. But y'all be careful out here. This is your boy, the Sports Doctor Spock. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Hopefully y'all like it. And no, you motherfuckers ain't even watching. Vacationing in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm about 4 hours away from this place right here. I might try to meet somebody. I ain't gonna be in the secluded area. You know, them breasts was looking mighty breastful. Good boy. I see y'all. I went back to them titties. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I had to go back to them titties. Yeah, man, y'all go check that video out too. I'll probably leave links to all three of those videos, you know, once this one is done. And I'm about done. I just wanted to come and speak to y'all for a few minutes. I probably didn't have nobody come in here this time, but that's okay. This is a channel with only 54 subscribers. I'll do a little bit better job of preparing myself a little more for the live streams and getting the fact that I'm going live out to my social medias. So if people want to watch me from my personal life, they can. Although I get more love for people who don't know me. But it's all good. This is your boy, the Sports Doctor Spock. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys a little bit later. Oh, on the bigger channel, I got some stuff coming up too. I'll probably be doing a live Sunday morning with my man Noel Smith. reviewing Night of Champions, the WWE show Night of Champions. I don't know. That ain't gonna be a live though. That'll be just a very long form video. We'll probably go about an hour, knowing me and Noel. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, and I am gone for now. Y'all have a good one.